Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
And I'm T.
We're the kids and these are the puppies.
And welcome to the first episode of J&T's Coastal Adventure.
Woohoo! Hi everyone and welcome to J&T's Journey.
Hey everyone, as T just said, we're now J&T's Journey. We have rebranded the channel to J&T's Journey just because we feel it fits a little bit better with what we're doing. The previous name of Ruby the Rubicon was very much Jeep focused, and we're about a lot more than that. And we want to display that as our travels and adventures as a family. So at the moment we are heading across the Blue Mountains on the way to the Central Coast. This is the first leg of our coastal adventure. So over the next few weeks we're going to be travelling up the east coast, ultimately ending up in Brisbane. Our first stop is going to be at the entrance on the Central Coast, and throughout the trip we're going to be doing some four-wheel driving, we're going to be doing some beach driving, we're going to go check out Stradbroke Island, and we'll be doing a whole series of videos as we travel up the east coast. Lots of location reviews and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you're interested in following along, please do make sure that you have liked, subscribed, and if you'd like to, share the channel as well. It always helps to get us out there. And we will check in soon. As I said, we're on our way across to the entrance. We'll check in and show you a little bit around the campsite when we get there. Enjoy. And we've just set up at our destination at the entrance on the Central Coast. Now, we're not usually a fan of caravan parks, but check out this. We got onto the Central Coast about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and when we got to the caravan park, everything was a little bit manic. The views at the caravan park are pretty cool. The site that we've got is right down by the water, but the powered sites do have a fair bit of shade. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing if you're intense or that kind of thing, but if you're heavily reliant on solar like us, it just means you've got to be a little bit aware of that. We've just dropped the dogs off at Palmdale Boarding Kennels, and we're now about to head up to the northern end of the Central Coast, at the southern end of Newcastle, and we will slowly work our way down the coast and see what we find. Today's not really got a big plan. I think probably the only planned thing is to check out the Norah Head lighthouse and the rock pools around Norah Head, so we'll see where else we end up. Should be a good day. We ended up at Swansea to pick up some supplies, and then we headed over to Swansea Heads to have a look at some lookouts. Now, unfortunately, the camera was in the wrong mode here, and I did capture a bunch of footage that turned out to be time-lapse photos. So, lesson learned, make sure the camera's in the right mode. While we were there, we stopped at a couple of rocks to get some creative photos of the kids. Always nice to have a bit of a relax by the shoreline. We found this lookout with this barrier, and the kids thought, hey, maybe we can do a crazy photo. Well, maybe that was T's idea, but we got the photo anyway. We took a quick moment to stop and get a selfie of Ruby, our Jeep Gladiator, and then looked out to the right and saw this beautiful pier down at Catherine Bay. Now, unfortunately, this pier is very much derelict now, and although there were people on it when we were down there, the access is very much blocked off, and the people that were out on the pier were absolutely not meant to be there. There are multiple layers of razor wire and fences, and very much like, do not go here, this is a dangerous place. We popped down to the beach to go for a walk down underneath the pier to have a look, and it becomes pretty evident quite quickly as to exactly why they don't want you up on the pier. The foundations are cracking, the steelwork is falling apart, and the whole pier is a precast concrete pier, and it's pretty much rusting away. It's going to come down like a big stack of cards. At this point, I realised my mistake and picked up some more footage of the pier, and while we were down there, took the opportunity to get some creative shots of the kids on the rocks. The whole time we were there were the local kids jumping off the bridge. It must be some kind of rite of passage, but the access onto the bridge was through a fairly makeshift ladder, and well, yeah, too much for me. On the way out, the kids spotted this mural, and well, I'll let these photos do the talking.
We've wrapped up at Catherine Bay, went and got ourselves some lunch down a nice little park, and now we've found ourselves at the Norah Head lighthouse. We're just walking down a little track to the lighthouse, and then we're going to walk down to the beach and go check out the rock pools.
So this is the Norah Head lighthouse, and it is still a working lighthouse. It's been beautifully restored, and at night it still provides a navigational aid. It's pretty incredible. So you'll be walking down the stairs towards the rock pool, and then it'll open up, and then you're greeted with this. I think it's really cool how the water has eroded the rock away. You can see here lots of little, they're almost like drill holes right throughout the rock with almost, you know, almost grid-like precision.
As the day was coming to a close, we decided to head back up the staircase at the base of the Norah Head lighthouse. You could spend hours here. It is just a beautiful sight.
And that wraps up Norah Head Lighthouse. We've had a bit of an exploring day today, and we've barely scratched the surface of what's available on the Central Coast. There's heaps more stuff, plenty of stores, lots more locations, but we only had one day to really explore, and we wanted to go do some rock pooling and beaches, and we really thoroughly enjoyed our day today.
Another beautiful sight is a lot of the different flowers that you can find along the coastline. This was called a paper flower, and this one is called a Coxburg coral tree. Naturally, we don't get these back home. After the lighthouse, we decided to stop into Pelican Wharf, which is along the river line. As you can see, there was a few pelicans hanging about, waiting for the fishermen to finish scaling their fish to score all the goodies, which is a perk for me because I was able to score some good photos of the pelicans as well. The kids got a little bit of interaction with them, and especially the swans. They are everywhere. Swans, pelicans, no shortage at all. So the following morning, my daughter and I got up early to watch the sunrise on the beach, as she has never done it before. and it is a beautiful experience. This was the Norah Head lighthouse early morning, and as you can see, the colours of that sunrise were just amazing. You can always guarantee that the coastline will produce some beautiful sunrises.
Tomorrow we're going to head across to Amazement Fun Park, and we'll include a few photos of that after this, but tomorrow's not going to be a filming day for us. That's going to be a family day, and we think it's important, especially when you're doing YouTube, to have family days, because filming, although it's enjoyable, can take away from the experience. We are going to do a caravan park review of Two Shores Holiday Park where we've been staying, but that's going to be a separate episode. So if you're interested in watching that, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the videos so that you get any notifications going forward. I hope you enjoyed this content. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm Josh.
I'm T. And we're the kids.
And this has been J&T's Journey. Cheers.
Hooroo.